Pears are fruits produced and consumed around the world, growing on a tree and are harvested in late summer into mid-autumn. The pear tree and shrub are a species of genus Pyrus/stress P, a small capi R schwa S/, in the family Rosaceae, bearing the pomaceous fruit of the same name. Several species of pears are valued for their edible fruit and juices, while others are cultivated as trees. The tree is medium-sized and native to coastal and mildly temperate regions of Europe, North Africa, and Asia. Pear wood is one of the preferred materials in the manufacture of high-quality woodwind instruments and furniture. About 3,000 known varieties of pears are grown worldwide, which vary in both shape and taste. The fruit is consumed fresh, canned, as juice, dried, or fermented as perry. Etymology: the word pear is probably from the Germanic pera as a loan word of Vulgar Latin pera, the plural of perum, akin to Greek apios, from Mycenaean apizos, of Semitic origin pera, meaning fruit. The adjective piriform or piriform means pear-shaped. The classical Latin word for a pear tree is pyrus. Pyrus is an alternate form of this word sometimes used in medieval Latin. Description: pears morphology. Getty Images explore pear blossoms. The pear is native to coastal, temperate, and mountainous region. It is found from Western Europe and North Africa east across Asia. They are medium-sized trees, reaching up to 20 m tall, often with a tall, narrow crown. A few pear species are shrubby. The leaves are alternately arranged, simple, 2 to 12 centimeters, 1 to 412 in long, glossy green on some species, densely silvery hairy in some others. Leaf shape varies from broad oval to narrow lanceolate. Most pears are deciduous, but 1 or 2 species in Southeast Asia are evergreen. Some pears are cold-hardy, withstanding temperatures as low as -25 to -40 C, -13 to -40 F in winter, but many grown for agriculture are vulnerable to cold damage. Evergreen species only tolerate temperatures down to about -12 C, 10 degrees F. The flowers are white, rarely tinted yellow or pink, 2 to 4 centimeters, 1 to 112 in diameter, and have 5 petals, 5 sepals, and numerous stamens. Like that of the related apple, the pear fruit is a pome, in most wild species 1 to 4 centimeters, 12 to 112 in diameter, but in some cultivated forms up to 18 centimeters, 7 in long and 9 centimeters, 312 in broad. The shape varies in most species from oblate or globose to the classic piriform, pear shape of the European pear with an elongated basal portion and a bulbous end. The fruit is a pseudofruit composed of the receptacle or upper end of the flower stalk, the so-called calyx tube, greatly dilated. Enclosed within its cellular flesh is the true fruit, 2 to 5 cartilaginous carpels, known colloquially as the core. A bee pollinating on a pear tree, blossom pears and apples cannot always be distinguished by the form of the fruit. Some pears look very much like some apples, for example the nashi pear. History: Pyrus caloriana in flower pear cultivation in temperate climates extends to the remotest antiquity, and evidence exists of its use as a food since prehistoric times. Many traces have been found in prehistoric pile dwellings around Lake Zurich. Pears were cultivated in China as early as 2000 BC. An article on pear tree cultivation in Spain is included in Ibn al-Awam's 12th century agricultural work, Book on Agriculture. The word pear, or its equivalent, occurs in all the Celtic languages, while in Slavic and other dialects, differing appellations still referring to the same thing are found. A diversity and multiplicity of nomenclature, which led Alphonse Pyramus de Candolle to infer a very ancient cultivation of the tree from the shores of the Caspian to those of the Atlantic. The pear was also cultivated by the Romans, who ate the fruits raw or cooked, just like apples. Pliny's Natural History recommended stewing them with honey and noted 3 dozen varieties. The Roman cookbook De Re Coquinaria has a recipe for a spiced, stewed pear patina or soufflé. Romans also introduced the fruit to Britain. Pyrus nivalis, which has white down on the undersurface of the leaves, is chiefly used in Europe in the manufacture of perry. See also cider. Other small-fruited pears, distinguished by their early ripening and globose fruit, may be referred to as P. cordata, a species found wild in southwestern Europe. The genus is thought to have originated in present-day western China in the foothills of the Tian Shan, a mountain range of Central Asia, and to have spread to the north and south along mountain chains, evolving into a diverse group of over 20 widely recognized primary species. The enormous number of varieties of the cultivated European pear, Pyrus communis subsp. Communis are likely derived from one or two wild subspecies, P. c. subsp. Piraster and P. c. subsp. Caucasica, widely distributed throughout Europe and sometimes forming part of the natural vegetation of the forests. Court accounts of Henry III of England record pears shipped from La Rochelle Normand and presented to the king by the sheriffs of the City of London. The French names of pears grown in English medieval gardens suggest that their reputation at the least was French. A favored variety in the accounts was named for Saint Riel of Senlis, Bishop of Senlis in northern France. Asian species with medium to large edible fruit include P. pirifolia, P. usheriensis, P. times brechnaderi, and P. times cinqueangensis. Small-fruited species, such as Pyrus caleriana, may be used as rootstocks for the cultivated forms. Subdivision: the genus can be divided into two subgenera, Pyrus and Passia. Subgenus Pyrus, the occidental clade, is distributed mainly in the western portion of Eurasia and North Africa, while subgenus Passia, the oriental clade, is native to East Asia. The two subgenera come in contact in Xinjiang, China, and in fact P. cinqueangensis appears to have arisen from a hybridization event between P. communis and either P. pirifolia or P. brechnaderi. That is a hybridization between a member of the occidental clade and a member of the oriental clade. As of December 2024, Plants of the World Online accepts the following 74 species. Left to right, top to bottom: Korean pear, Bosc pear, Forel pear, red Danju pear, Bartlett pear, green Danju pear, Seckel pear, Camas pear. Many varieties, such as the Nashi pear, are not pear-shaped. Species and selected hybrid subgenus: Pyrus pyrus, Acutis arata, Pyrus armeniacifolia. Apricot-leaved pear: Pyrus aci media, Pyrus austriaca, Pyrus times babedagensis, Pyrus times bardonsis, Pyrus boiseriana, Pyrus bergiana. Iberian pear: Pyrus brovice, Pyrus cajon, Pyrus castrobonensis, Pyrus chusravica, Pyrus sciencio. Scienceo's pear: Pyrus communis. European pear: Pyrus communis subsp. Communis, European pear. Cultivars include Bure Danju, Bartlett, and Bure Bosc. Pyrus communis subsp. Caucasica sin. Pyrus caucasica, Pyrus communis subsp. Piraster sin. Pyrus piraster, Pyrus complexa, Pyrus cordata. Plymouth pear: Pyrus cordifolia, Pyrus costata, Pyrus deriladesi, Pyrus demetrae, Pyrus oleagrafolia. Oleaster-leaved pear: Pyrus alata, Pyrus alderica, Pyrus federovii, Pyrus ferganensis, Pyrus georgica, Pyrus gergerana. Gergeranian pear: Pyrus glabra, Pyrus grossheme, Pyrus hagestani, Pyrus hecurica, Pyrus hiacana, Pyrus jacomontiana. Pyrus times Jordanovii, Pyrus ketskavellii, Pyrus mazanderanica, Pyrus medvedevii, Pyrus megrica, Pyrus times Mikixe, Pyrus neocerolata, Pyrus nivalis. Snow pear: Pyrus nutans, Pyrus oxyprian, Pyrus pedriciana, Pyrus radina, Pyrus regelii, Pyrus sachokiana, Pyrus salicifolia. Willow-leaved pear: Pyrus sicinorum, Pyrus times cinqueangensis. Thought to be an interspecific hybrid between P. times brechnaderi and Pyrus communis. Pyrus sogdiana, Pyrus sosnevski, Pyrus spinosa. Almond-leaved pear: Pyrus syriaca. Syrian pear: Pyrus tadchikistanica, Pyrus tactiginii, Pyrus tamamskini, Pyrus terp. Pyrus theodorovea, Pyrus turcomanica, Pyrus tuscalensis, Pyrus vallis demonis, Pyrus times Vavilovii, Pyrus voronovii, Pyrus v. seveladovea, Pyrus yaltaricii, Pyrus zangizura subgenus Passia, Pyrus bitulifolia. Birchleaf pear: Pyrus times brechnaderi, Chinese white pear. Also classified as a subspecies of Pyrus pirifolia, Pyrus caleriana. Calorie pear: Pyrus hopiensis, Pyrus korshinsky, Pyrus passia. Afghan pear: Pyrus times Phaeocarpa, Pyrus pseudopassia, Pyrus pirifolia. Nashi pear, Sha Li. Tree species native to China, Japan, and Korea, also known as the Asian pear: Pyrus trilocularis, Pyrus usheriensis. Siberian pear, also known as the Usherian pear, Harbin pear, or Manchurian pear, Pyrus xerophila, not classified. Pyrus alpinatewaniana cultivation Shutterstock explore pear, tree according to Pear Bureau Northwest. About 3,000 known varieties of pears are grown worldwide. The pear is normally propagated by grafting a selected variety onto a rootstock, which may be of a pear or quince variety. Quince rootstocks produce smaller trees, which is often desirable in commercial orchards or domestic gardens. For new varieties, the flowers can be crossbred to preserve or combine desirable traits. The fruit of the pear is produced on spurs, which appear on shoots more than 1 year old. There are 4 species which are primarily grown for edible fruit production. The European pear Pyrus communis subsp. Communis cultivated mainly in Europe and North America. The Chinese white pear by Li Pyrus times Brechnaderi, the Chinese pear Pyrus usheriensis, and the Nashi pear Pyrus pirifolia, also known as Asian pear or apple pear, which are grown mainly in Eastern Asia. There are thousands of cultivars of these 3 species. A species grown in Western China, P. cinquiengensis, and P. passia, grown in Southern China and South Asia, are also produced to a lesser degree. Other species are used as rootstocks for European and Asian pears and as ornamental trees. Pear wood is close-grained and has been used as a specialized timber for fine furniture and making the blocks for woodcuts. The Manchurian or Usherian pear, Pyrus usheriensis, which produces unpalatable fruit primarily used for canning, has been crossed with Pyrus communis to breed hardier pear cultivars. The Bradford pear, Pyrus caleriana Bradford, is widespread as an ornamental tree in North America, where it has become invasive in regions. It is also used as a blight-resistant rootstock for Pyrus communis fruit orchards. The willow-leaved pear, Pyrus salicifolia, is grown for its silvery leaves, flowers, and its weeping form. Cultivars main article. List of pear cultivars. The following cultivars have gained the Royal Horticultural Society's Award of Garden Merit. Beth Bure, Hardy Bure, Superfin Concord Conference, Doyenne du Camus, Joséphine de Malines, purely decorative cultivar P. salicifolia, pendula, with pendulous branches and silvery leaves, has also won the award. Harvest summer and autumn cultivars of Pyrus communis, being climacteric fruits, are gathered before they are fully ripe, while they are still green, but snap off when lifted. Certain other pears, including Pyrus pirifolia and P. times Brechnaderi, have both climacteric and non-climacteric varieties. Diseases and pests main articles. List of pear diseases and Lepidoptera production main article. List of countries by pear production. 2022, millions of tons. Country production China 19. 3 United Phaeostatin 2022, world production of pears was 26 million tons, led by China with 73% of the total table. About 48% of the Southern Hemisphere's pears are produced in the Patagonian Valley of Rio Negro in Argentina. Storage pears may be stored at room temperature until ripe. Pears are ripe when the flesh around the stem gives to gentle pressure. Ripe pears are optimally stored refrigerated, uncovered in a single layer, where they have a shelf life of 2 to 3 days. Pears ripen at room temperature. Ripening is accelerated by the gas ethylene. If pears are placed next to bananas in a fruit bowl, the ethylene emitted by the banana causes the pears to ripen. Refrigeration will slow further ripening. According to Pear Bureau Northwest, most varieties show little color change as they ripen, though the skin on Bartlett pears changes from green to yellow as they ripen. Uses: cooking Poire Williams, a fruit brandy produced from the Williams pear. The bottle is tied to the tree, and the pear is grown inside it. Pears are consumed fresh, canned, as juice, and dried. The juice can also be used in jellies and jams, usually in combination with other fruits, including berries. Fermented pear juice is called perry or pear cider, and is made in a way that is similar to how cider is made from apples. Perry can be distilled to produce an eau de vie de poire, a colorless, unsweetened fruit brandy. Pear puree is used to manufacture snack foods, such as fruit by the foot and fruit roll-ups. The culinary or cooking pear is green but dry and hard, and only edible after several hours of cooking. 2 Dutch cultivars are Geeser Wildeman, a sweet variety, and Saint Remy, slightly sour. Timber pear wood is one of the preferred materials in the manufacture of high-quality woodwind instruments and furniture, and was used for making the carved blocks for woodcuts. It is also used for wood carving, and as a firewood to produce aromatic smoke for smoking meat or tobacco. Pear wood is valued for kitchen spoons, scoops, and stirrers, as it does not contaminate food with color, flavor, or smell, and resists warping and splintering despite repeated soaking and drying cycles. Lincoln describes it as a fairly tough, very stable wood. Used for carving. brushbacks, umbrella handles, measuring instruments such as set squares and T-squares, recorders, violin and guitar fingerboards and piano keys, decorative veneering. Pearwood is the favored wood for architects' rulers because it does not warp. It is similar to the wood of its relative, the apple tree, Malus domestica, and used for many of the same purposes. Nutrition pears, raw nutritional value per 100 g, 3.5 ounces, energy 239 kilojoules, 57 kilocalories, carbohydrates, g sugars 975 g sucrose 0, 71 g glucose 2, 6 g fructose 6, 42 g dietary fiber, g fat 0, 14 g protein 0, 36 g vitamins quantity thiamine, B1 0, 0, 12 mg riboflavin B2 0, 0, 26 mg niacin, B3 0, 161 mg pantothenic acid, B5 0, 0, 49 mg vitamin B60 0, 29 mg folate, B9, 7 mu choline 5, 1 mg vitamin C 4, 3 mg vitamin E 0, 12 mg vitamin K4, 4 mu minerals quantity calcium 9 mg copper 0, 0, 82 mg iron 0, 18 mg magnesium, 7 mg manganese 0, 0, 48 mg phosphorus 12 mg potassium, mg sodium 1 mg zinc 0, 1 mg other constituents quantity water 84 g-link to USDA database entry percentages estimated using US recommendations for adults, except for potassium, which is estimated based on expert recommendation from the national academies. Raw pear is 84% water, 15% carbohydrates, and contains negligible protein and fat table. In a 100 g, 312 ounces reference amount, raw pear supplies 239 kilojoules, 57 kilocalories of food energy, a moderate amount of dietary fiber, and no micronutrients in significant amounts table. Research, a 2019 review found preliminary evidence for the potential of pear consumption to favorably affect cardiovascular health. Cultural references pears grow in the sublime orchard of Alcinous, in the Odyssey Roman 7. Therein grow trees, tall and luxuriant, pears and pomegranates and apple trees with their bright fruit, and sweet figs and luxuriant olives. Of these the fruit perishes not nor fails in winter or in summer, but lasts throughout the year. The pear tree was an object of particular veneration, as was the walnut, in the tree worship of the Nak peoples of the North Caucasus. See Vanak mythology, and see also Ingushetia, the best known of the Vanak peoples today being the Chechens of Chechnya. Pear and walnut trees were held to be the sacred abodes of beneficent spirits in pre-Islamic Chechen religion, and for this reason, it was forbidden to fell them. A partridge in a pear tree is the first gift in the cumulative song, The 12 Days of Christmas. In the film The Princess Diaries, the fictional country of Genovia is famous for its pears.